to talk today about this crazy AI stuff that's come out in the last day. I know you guys have probably seen it as well.
Yep.
It's insane. We've got to talk about it. It looks
It's a
kind of
bit
scary, to be
mind-blowing, isn't it,
perfectly
to be
honest.
honest?
Yeah, a little bit scary. And we're going to talk a little bit about Nothing Found 2A as well. And then whatever else that comes up during the stream. I'm sure there will be a number of things. Probably also about how iPhones are really bad for when you're doing live podcasting. We'll get to that when the other guys arrive. Maybe we'll see. But how are you guys doing? How are we? We had a good week. Been up to
Yeah.
much?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, hanging in there.
Just work.
You
mate,
enjoy the
work.
Super Bowl, Sam?
Not particularly. It was kind of lame.
Oh, really? I didn't watch.
Yeah, I can't imagine why you would. It's I mean, it was whatever. I don't care about neither team. I'm not. I live in Missouri, so everybody thinks I'm a Chiefs fan, but I'm actually a Bears fan, so I don't really care about Kansas City. 49ers are fine. I don't know. Boring game, I thought. I mean, nothing really exciting to watch. And then, when it came to the overtime period, there was no drama to it. I was like, that's fine. And then when the 49ers come down and score the field goal, I'm like, it's game's over because Kansas City's going to score a touchdown. This is going to be over. It was just like I was just watching him just march down the field. I was like, forget it, this game's over. So I was just like, when he won, I was like, click done. Who cares? I'm done. So yeah, not very exciting.
Sam, did the underdogs win? Was it? Because I'm not too familiar.
Which is funny because they shouldn't be, but yeah, I mean, the 49ers are favored to win, which is dumb because Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback for the Chiefs, and I don't know why he's ever an underdog at this point. I mean, he's been in the league 6 years, he's been to 4 Super Bowls and won 3 of them. It's crazy. Insanity. It's crazy. Yeah. So I don't know how the Chiefs are an underdog ever in any game they're in, but maybe next year they'll be the favorite forever.
And all this Taylor Swift thing I'm seeing at the moment in the UK. It's all this hype about Taylor Swift.
I think that's what we saw the most of was just to do with Taylor Swift. Yeah,
I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome because if it wasn't for her, you wouldn't care. I mean, most people wouldn't care. So now you've got dads watching the Super Bowl, and now their daughters are watching the Super Bowl, watching football because of her. It's cool. It's cool.
That's kind of wild, isn't it? That's kind of wild.
I think it's awesome.
It's a good thing.
I mean, yeah, it's a good thing. I mean, and everybody who hates on it is just kind of like a stick in the mud. I mean, there's Manos, and he's not all in your face and weird. It's good.
Manos has had a great week, posting lots of nice photos. And now he's finally got through his technical issues.
Yes, I'm using the iPad now, so
well, you see another Apple product.
But it's better. It's better.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Is my audio
all good?
Is my audio okay?
All
by the way,
all good. It's all smashing.
Yeah, it's all good.
We've got Ibrahim in the chat. Hey up, that time of the week already. I know it comes around quick, doesn't it? We all look forward to it. It's always nice to be here having a chat to everyone. You been up to much this week, Neil?
Just general work, mate. Just life really. Nothing exciting. Just the usual stuff. How about yourself? You said been up to much?
Oh, you know, all sorts, me.
Just phony stuff, was it?
Phony stuff, all the phony stuff.
Someone is loving their Xperia again.
Yeah, I've been enjoying my Xperia again, man. It's been, it's funny though, because obviously the Xperia is coming up on sort of like 9 months old now, so you've got like other devices coming out that are newer, and like everything sort of starts to fall back. Because obviously the telephoto is not as good as like on the Pixel, so I'm like kind of just leaning towards the Pixel all the time still. I'm looking forward. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Xperia upgrades this year, and obviously I've just stolen this away from Manos. So close. Yeah, nice to have that back actually, because I've got some other content and stuff that I need to do with Dex, which is going to be fun. So,
ooh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, should be nice.
It's definitely the most underrated feature. I don't understand why they're not pushing it harder. It's so useful.
I know. And Motorola obviously has their Ready 4 competitor to Dex as well, which is really, really handy. I don't know if you've used it on your Moto at all, son. Yeah?
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, cool. I'll use it at some point, I'm sure. But I think we should probably just get to our first topic since we've been dilly-dallying dilly-dallying around. And OpenAI yesterday announced Sora, their new text-to-video model, which honestly, I have problems with this in a way.
It's a scary thing. It's very scary, isn't it?
Here we go. So this is actually the first post. There's a thread as well showing a couple of other things. But Sora can create 60 videos with 60 seconds featuring highly detailed scenes, complex camera motion, and multiple characters with vibrant emotions. Honest to God, if they'd just posted this video on its own somewhere, or somebody had posted it, I wouldn't have known that was AI.
Nah.
I mean, it is a little bit choppy, but you wouldn't think it's AI. You would think, okay, the camera is a little bit, something is off.
Yes.
But
shot an iPhone.
Shot an iPhone, yeah. But yeah, it's pretty good. So for this, it's just like it's showing you what the prompt is. Beautiful snowy Tokyo City is bustling. Yes. And like it's very real. It's just very real. I mean, obviously the mammoths here aren't real at all. Clearly. But can you see how this is going to affect like industries like film and even content creation on YouTube, I think.
Oh, massively. I don't know, personally, coming from a marketing background, I can see agencies getting away with hiring anyone third party. They're just going to use this, and this is going to keep improving. That's the thing. This took them only a year to reach this level.
Oh.
So imagine next year or the year after that. It's scary good. And it's not just, for companies and agencies and all that sort of things, but my mind also goes to the evil side of things and how it can be used, which makes it, even more, scary. For the famous Pornhub, or I don't even know, for propagandas and terrorism stuff. I don't know. For me, this is where it can be scary, but I'm sure they have stuff in place for sure that you cannot create those things.
Yes,
but still, you never know how this can evolve.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because people always find a way to get into the find a way to use
to
this
go
against
around
people.
it.
Yeah, that's the problem, I think. And I think it just reminds me of I don't know if you guys have seen Black Mirror. There's the series.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, it just reminds me so much of that kind of the futuristic kind of thing, where it could go down that route. I know it sounds crazy, but it's just it every time I think about it, it blows my mind about it. And like I said, like Manos just said, you think of the worst things sometimes, and sometimes you got to think of the positives as well, because these things can be can help people's jobs. I mean, there's a job side of thing as well, because people could lose jobs over this, couldn't they? Like you said, it's just a mixed bag, really, isn't it? Of stuff that I don't know. I just don't know what to make of it all. It's just so a head fuck, if that makes sense. Yeah,
it's like you say, it's going to be used in all sorts of things, but it just shows you what people are going to be able to do just on their own, just by typing in things for an AI. I mean, like you'd need like whole production teams for this sort of stuff.
Oh, for sure, and for the angles and everything. But at the same time, what I think is going to stand out, because this works on an algorithmic pattern, you're going to be able to at some point, after you see a few of them, you'll be able to spot similarities and patterns. So unless it evolves to a point that you cannot tell them apart, I don't know. I just feel that everything will feel like it's been produced by the same person in a way. That's an assumption, of course. It's just, what my intuition says with how these things work, because there's always a blueprint at the back. But we will see.
But it's going to get more complex, right? It's going to get more complex, and it's going to be able to do more things.
Yeah, the more it goes forward, for sure.
I mean, this is after a year, as you say, like, god damn.
Yeah, imagine what's going to be like in 5 years from now.
Oh.
I just feel that actors are going to be licensing their image.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's just going to be exactly like Black Mirror, that episode that you're thinking of. Yeah. And yeah, you're just going to see that. But at the same time, what I find insanely useful. And if you want to say it, I don't know, not utopia kind of thing, but my brain goes to, I don't know, I guess from my personal experience that my father died when I was 10 years old. Imagine if I'm able to fade to this thing, pictures like of my father, whatever, and just recreate stuff in a way. It sounds both sad, but at the same time, good. So yeah, maybe for some people it can help them recreate memories.
Yeah.
You could see it going in that sort of direction at some point for sure. I mean, it's gonna have all sorts of applications, but
yeah.
Like Nicholas here, welcome in again, Nick. Good to see you, dude. As far as the positives, I thought about small businesses that can't get to afford to hire a marketer. But yes, see all the potential negatives too. We're reaching a rapidly changing. We're definitely in a rapidly changing world. I think ever since the internet came in, I think we've been in that sort of state. What do you think of all this, Sam?
I like the fact he's got a red knit hat. That's fucking cool.
It's cool. It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, he's on just imagine like the Martian. He's in Mars and he's got a red knit hat on, and it's like a motorcycle helmet with red knit hat. I don't know. It's kind of cool. And then I'm looking at the spaceship and I'm like, dude, that's like something you would make in middle school, like a science project. I mean, nobody's flying in that kind of like goofy upside down bowl paper mache foil spaceship. Look at that thing. Nobody's flying in that with whirling wheels. Come on, man, get out of here. I mean, it's cool. Like I said, I always make this comment to people, and I said, things when it comes to growth of things, especially in the technological space, it's not linear. It's exponential, right? Because I tell people, we've had, 9,000 years of recorded human history. We've only flown planes since 1903. And from 1903 to 1969, which is a generation, we're on the moon. Well, allegedly, apparently we faked it. And then go from 1969 to today. It's like, look, if you would have showed somebody this 20 years ago, they would have thought you were insane. Like, no, it's not possible. And we're not even, I'm just saying, folks, you got to be careful. We are getting closer to a factory reset, man. Just telling you, this whole earth is just like,
I think you're right.
It's crazy, man. It's just like, I can see so many different ways that this is, and I guess as I've gotten older, I've kind of given up hope on humanity being normal and positive. I think for the most part, it's going to lean negatively, and people are going to exploit this for what they can, and then get ready for military applications and disinformation campaigns.
That's the thing.
And there's like, well, there's going to be guardrails, dude. Yeah, right. They're telling you that because if they say we have no idea where this is going to go, this could completely end the entirety of humanity
for the general public.
Yeah, they got to lie and say, yeah, sure, we got guardrails, we have safeguards. Nobody can just go willy nilly and just do stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
I tell you, man. Like I said, and it's a quote from Elon. It said, when the AI can make itself, when AI can create its own AI, you better hope that they like human beings, because if not, it's going to get real interesting around here for the meat bags. It's just going to get a little weird, but it's cool. I mean, for like, a business, enterprise, for the things that Nick was talking about, as far as like, helping small businesses, or if you're trying to create content, or you're trying to, but then if everybody has access to the tool, then where does the creativity come from? Where does the talent really live?
Yeah.
Now you don't have you don't have to be a
real
talent.
Creativity? Do you have?
Clearly, you could be like me and be a hack, right? And just like not, and then I could start my own podcast 10 years ago.
It makes people lazier,
right?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'd had back in the days, in order to get a radio, I'd have to have voice training and be radio training. I'd have to go to school and get a degree, and then intern in places and all that. Now I can just basically record my voice, and me and Joe can just get online and just start hacking it up. It's kind of cool, but a little.
The thing with the other is what you said about the creativity, because the thing is, the output is as good as the input. Because I see it in my work, I use a lot of AI stuff in order to improve the way that I do stuff. But if I give a shitty input, the output will be equally bad.
I think as a complementary tool, it's handy. But then when you've got something like this that's doing the entire thing for you, other than you sort of putting in some words, I suppose it depends how complex it gets, but it could be as complex as actual code at some point. But
think about people who their limitations is their technical capability and not having the ability to learn from somebody about a cinematographer or all that. But you have a lot of great ideas. Now you can those can be
True.
developed, right? So now people who like me maybe had some great ideas for stories, or also you don't have to worry about sending it to a movie theater or a movie studio for them to tell you it totally stinks. It may stink, but if it might get cult following, right? It's just.
Do you think it's more of a sort of a leveler, sort of just evens things that gives people maybe obviously the people that don't have the skills that have access to that playing field. That's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's no gatekeeping anymore. Now you don't have to have either, the quote unquote, studios and stuff. You can write an entire script if you think you got the chops, right? Write up something you think you can get it to go, and then put it into this thing and work with that and give it detail and change detail and modify it and spend a year or two really kind of developing this. And you may have something again where now you can disseminate that and you don't have to worry about a distribution house, a publishing house, a cinematographer. You can create whatever you want, and you're not bound by other people's opinions of whether you can actually get to the public and let them decide if it's worthy of praise or criticism, right? It's kind of it basically takes barriers down, and it doesn't allow gatekeeping by entities and corporations and businesses. So you can go wild, and then you can also enter the world. So that's kind of cool too. It's always a plus.
Just a question.
Oh, go on. Go ahead, Manus.
I was going to say it's going to be amazing for exactly what Sam said. For, let's say, I had ideas about books, for instance, like science fiction stuff. Imagine just putting my idea down, in paper and just writing it, seeing it go live in front of me, and going, back at it and just add stuff, remove, adjust, and I can see it live happening. And then you can add, an extra line of code saying, turn around, focus on the eye, whatever, or XYZ is happening. I don't know. I think the indie side of things is going to be very interesting from now on. We're going to have a lot of garbage as well, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
But it's going to be very interesting. I don't know.
I am very much looking forward to seeing how it affects film in particular, and I'm sort of wondering how long it is before we actually get the first sort of blockbuster AI movie.
I mean, we look at like animation at the moment, things like that. Obviously, special effects, things like that, are films anyway, isn't it? But this is just taking it to an extreme where it's like actually looks real. Then obviously, like,
well, you can make it look in any style that you want, because there's even videos on there that sort of have more of an animation style, and
or you shoot like 35 millimeter, or you can use 24 mil, or it's kind of cool. You can change the actual filming. You can do it in an old school like 19, like when it was 18 frames a second, right? Instead of 24 frames, so it's like like old Babe Ruth hit the home run.
I want to use a red camera, please.
Right, and you can, or you can do like like an old silent movie kind of setup, right? Where you've got a Charlie Chaplin silent movie kind of motif kind of going on. You can kind of go crazy with it.
Hello, Joe.
Joe.
Bonjour.
Buongiorno.
How you doing, gents?
Yeah, we're doing spiffing, and now everyone's had their technical difficulties and things. It's been brilliant.
well, I'm early, in fact, because I wasn't planning on joining, but Dan twisted my arm.
Well, I thought you were joining. That's why I messaged you to start with. I was like,
"Oh no,
I thought you were joining."
Oh, I'm happy to. I mean, I love joining you guys.
Well, there you go. That's all we need. That's all we need. We've been talking about. Yeah, exactly. We've been talking about this AI text
Sora
video.
Yeah, I see the you see the one in Tokyo.
Yes,
that was the first one, wasn't it? The one we looked at, yeah.
With the red dress, awesome, crazy.
Oh, I think you're on about a different one. Yeah, I have seen that one. Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, that's just walking down the street, right?
Yes. Yeah. Crazy good. It's like wow, mind blowing.
Yeah, especially the darker it is, I think the harder it will be to distinguish if it's real or not.
But the lighting, everything's just like so good, like scary good.
Do you think it's something you'll use yourself?
Myself, no. I'm very old organic with my things. I
Yeah,
do.
but we could have a Joe and Sam like fake podcast with you two pretending to be there, but you're not really there.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Well, I mean, just yeah. So the fake one and the real one will equally suck. That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool.
Just
mate.
Well, they had a chance to make this good with a fake thing, and they still are terrible. These guys are awful. Like, why?
look how good that is. Look.
Yeah, mate, that's scary, isn't it?
Look at the lighting and.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
crazy. It's crazy. You can.
I want. Go on, man. Let's go on.
When you said the red dress, I was thinking of a Matrix thing. I thought,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure this is intentional.
That's
Look at
crazy.
that.
There's the texture in the skin and stuff, like the way.
And the
like-
reflections in the glasses, like,
Like, what the hell,
fuck, man.
yeah. It's over.
mate? Did you see that? On her glasses, it said "bunch of phonies."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Product placement. Yeah. So
Got Jermaine in there as well. Welcome in, Jermaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man, it's kind of scary in a way because, like you said, there's all sorts of ways this stuff could be used, but I kind of feel like we're getting to the point now where everyone's been sort of drawn out of reality in a way. It's like we've got like VR headsets, we've got all the
God.
AI stuff coming in. Like, at what point do you just like not realize what's real and what's not? Like, it's just
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Scary.
Apple
With-
Provision.
Yeah, we thought
Well-
Photoshop was bad, and now, yeah.
Yeah, we're just tip of the iceberg, man. No, it's like I said. I mean, it can go both ways. But if unfortunately, I have a tendency to be a little bit of a pessimist on that. I think it's going to go a lot sideways, a lot faster than people think. And then
No,
it's gonna-
I agree actually. I do.
and
as well.
then and then then it's all then it's all bets are off, right? I mean, I hate to be a nihilist about it, but it's there's a lot of ways that this can go terribly bad. And I just think it's funny. They're like, oh, we have guardrails in place. You can't make terrorist videos, and Al Qaeda can't. It's like,
Sure.
yeah, sure. And I got an oil well in my backyard. I can sell it to you for $100 a share. Right? Get lost. Yeah, like I said, none of this because again, who's going to have the guardrails? Who's gatekeeping this? I mean, if it's code in a computer, you can literally do whatever you want.
And also,
It's
who
the
can
sky's the
guarantee
limit.
that it's not going to get stolen, the code, from someone with bad intentions?
Yeah. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's.
I mean, as soon
whatever.
as other countries that don't put up guardrails on what they're doing,
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I'm here
just-
for it, man. Hey,
Oh
look,
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
I'm here. It's all good.
I mean, we're here
It's-
anyway, so we may as well be here
The
for
thing
it.
is,
Right.
you have to go with it, don't you? You can't. There's nothing. You got no choice. End of
You
the
need to
day.
adapt. It's
Yeah, exactly.
simple as that, yeah.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
everything. Like, do you remember like self-service when checkouts when that first came out? Everyone thought it was like everyone's going to lose their jobs. It was going to go nuts.
Yeah.
Do you remember? It's ridiculous. But looking back at then, people were always fearful, weren't they? That's just
Yes.
nature of us all. We always think of the worst.
Mm.
But
So
we still need the staff to come over and sort it for us when it buggers up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, jobs were lost. I mean,
there was. Yeah, there was.
I mean, we've not even got to the side of automation and all that sort of stuff. Like, that's going to ramp up as well in the next however many years, and there's going to be a lot of people losing jobs, and that's when
for
things
sure.
will get very interesting.
I just keep thinking of South Park. They took our jobs.
Yeah.
They took our jobs.
But with the automation, Dan, you're very right, because I can see it in my company at least. There is a role that I'm now in charge of, and I need to find a way to automate the whole thing with pulling data from a lot of different sources. Up until now, it has been a manual job. After I'm done, everything automated. We will no longer need the person to do this. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my god,
Sometimes.
there's a crack in my duo.
No.
I don't know how it got there.
No. R.I.P.
Yeah, I
I've
had
not
a
even-
I had a crack in mine in the back. Yeah.
I've not even
Oh yeah,
used it.
who cares?
No.
Some
cares?
yes, that's normal.
Yeah, who gives a shit? Just put a skin on, you're fine. Mine's got a crack too.
Skin your shit, man.
Skin
I'm
your
gonna
shit,
have
you're
to
fine.
skin it.
Hell, I actually had a crack on the inside of mine, like right in where the bezel was, so it wasn't occluding the screen.
No.
It was right. I just put a screen protector on it.
Oh, okay.
I used it for like a year like that until it finally I just
I wonder
got rid of it.
if my daughter dropped it or something. I haven't used it.
Well, like
Jeff-
the
Jeff
crack I had in the
blaming
screen
other
was like a little
people.
horseshoe crack. I literally didn't do anything. It just one day I opened it up at the golf course. I'm like, oh shit, what the hell? It's like, whoop, it was cracked in the top, and it didn't have sand in it. I didn't drop the thing. Whatever, it's fine.
It just
I would have been
tracks
so sad.
itself.
I would have just tried to buy a new one.
Yeah, that's who cares.
Oh no, you would have. No, you would have.
Yeah, that's what I got. I mean, that's why I got this thing. I mean, this back panel, this thing, it's cracked all the way down the side. I mean, it's literally all the way down. I did.
No.
But then you got a skin, man, and then you
Skin my
can't
shit.
see it.
Yeah, look, I don't know if you can see. Look.
Yeah, I can see
Oh,
it.
Yeah,
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 Jesus.
no.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
telling you, man. It's it's the rite of
even know
passage
how.
if you're a duo or who cares, man?
Does
It's
it-
happens.
I do.
It's just one of those things that
What, are you gonna
happens.
sell it? Nobody's gonna buy that damn thing for $100. Who cares?
Sam, you cut me out.
Just
So,
throw
I'll
a spoon and
give
quit
you
being such
20
a
quid.
pussy about it. God almighty.
I will take it for £100.
Plus, here's the thing. Now you are now in the duo club.
50
It's
quid.
got to have a crack. It's like an iPhone. It's got to come pre-cracked at some point. And that's, like I said, the 2 cracks I got, I have no idea. They just showed up one day. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. Well, I didn't drop it. So whatever.
At least it's not the screen. I mean,
Yeah.
Maybe it's actually like some sort of like structural issue.
Dude, I don't know. I mean,
I mean, it doesn't matter at this stage because nobody cares. But
Eventually, yeah, I'm gonna crack that thing. It's gonna break because that's another thing you got to
Yes.
do with the duo is break the bottom end
Yeah.
because that's what
Yeah.
you have to do. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, it's awesome hardware, but it cracks like crazy. I don't know.
it's
don't even
It's
know
got
how it
some-
happened.
slight weaknesses.
Yeah, I'd say.
That's all right. You'll be all right.
Oh well, so I kind of feel like we need to get off of the AI and the cracked duo talk.
Yeah.
But to
Yes.
wrap up the AI, did you see that the iPhone they're talking about for iOS 18 and the next Siri update that they're gonna integrate potentially some
Mhm.
AI stuff?
You did mention this in the group, didn't you?
Yeah.
You did. I just ignored you. I
It's
didn't. I
not-
didn't ignore you. Really, I'm messing. I didn't.
Nice.
I didn't. That's just not true. Why would I say such a thing?
You even put a thumbs up.
I did. I did.
Yeah,
I've
so
just
we have
found
a
it now.
segment.
I'm gonna put it up on screen just so it's there.
Yeah, see?
It's
and Nick
just
says,
our-
Nick says one of his duos broke in his pocket. There you go.
I
That's
mean,
fine.
you know,
Eh,
it
who
seems
cares?
to be a duo thing.
That's fine.
Just randomly cracks just when you stare at it.
All 12 people have
something.
broken a duo still.
Oh,
All 12
man.
of us who still own them.
R.I.P.
Yeah, no joke.
All those 12 people.
Right.
So- Is this the
Okay.
right one? Yes. Blah blah blah. AI is definitely the buzzword of this year. No shit.
Mm.
And of course, Apple being the last one to integrate anything.
Well, you know, yeah.
They're
Next
taking
next iPhone generation will come with vastly improved neural engine. Guess why? We dare you guess.
Mm.
It's about AI. Generative AI features coming to iOS 18 alongside the iPhone 16 family. I mean, that was kind of a given considering everybody else has launched AI stuff now.
Mhm.
It'll be interesting to see what their AI will be like. Because if it's as bad as Siri,
Well, they said there might even be a new version of Siri. This one might
I mean,
actually
quite
be smart
likely,
or work.
yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
Siri might actually work, guys. How about that?
Imagine that.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
It's just the AI thing in phones now is so like completely played out already. I don't even care anymore.
No,
Like, I
I'm
don't
kind
care.
of with you. I'm
It's like
not
it's-
I'm not even that interested, really. I like the generative AI
Feel,
stuff
yeah.
with the photos and things. I think that's quite interesting. But other than that, I'm not particularly bothered. In fact,
Question-
I feel like I was mentioning earlier, like we're kind of being drawn out of reality with so many things. I feel like I'm actively trying to push back against it just to not use it and not get involved with it in a way, if that makes any sense.
The thing is, though, guys, I've got a question. Like, did anyone really do AI until Apple launched it in the 16 range?
Yeah, there's nobody.
No.
No, that's
Nobody
when
cares.
AI really started.
Well, it's apparently when virtual headsets apparently took off. I guess they forgot about MetaQuest and HoloLens and Vive. Clearly, who cares, right? It's never heard of such a thing.
You all saw Trenton's tweet, didn't you?
I don't know, did I?
Did you just not see it? About people shitting on the Vision Pro because they're Apple haters. And that's
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
because people haven't used any AR, VR, whatever he was saying.
yeah. Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
you're gonna get that. It's the same reason why Apple people hate on Android users because of blue
Yeah.
text, green text. It's like
Mhm.
tell
Yeah.
me something. Tell me something else I don't know. It's like there are gonna be people who are gonna crap on it because Apple made it. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay, what else you got? Well, it's not fair. Well, neither is life, but whatever. I mean, it happens on both sides of the equation. I'm just saying I knew that people are going to have a problem with Vision Pro because there are people who have spatial issues, right? They have motion blur problems.
Yeah,
Not everybody can
RJ.
use a VR AR headset. Yeah, RJ
Yeah.
had to get rid of it because
yeah.
he can't use it. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people, especially they've already had scientific studies that people that like there's a pretty significant amount of people who cannot use AR VR because it makes them dizzy, nauseated,
Headaches.
Yeah.
and-
headaches. It's just
Mm.
it's
and then
not.
those that, if they've got more complex prescriptions for their eyesight, they can't wear the glasses,
Yeah.
can't wear
Yeah.
the contact lenses, whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there's
So-
there's actually a lot of drawbacks to it. There's a lot of
Mm.
drawbacks, and then the price is the other one. It's just a lot.
Price is number one for a
Yeah.
beta testing product. It's just
Mm.
ridiculous.
So it did Zuckerberg was doing some sort of interview to do with it, to do with their option, and talking about how headsets are going to be like the laptops of today, and then you're going to have glasses which will be more like your mobile phone. The mobile phones of today is sort of like. I thought that was
Mm.
quite an interesting perspective on it.
And do you know what? Before I had the Ray-Bans, I would have said that was bullshit, but I actually love my Ray-Bans. And if it could do a little bit more, I'd love that.
I can imagine that, working for glasses because it's, they're light by comparison, depending on the frame. I have many frame of glasses and some are heavier than others, and that sometimes give me headaches if I wear them for too long. And that's the number one issue with the VR AR headsets. I have a PSVR too, and if I play for more than an hour and a half, I get a headache. My face will sweat because all the time touching your face, especially if the weather is warm, and moving, playing Beat Saber or whatever. It's not comfortable, and sometimes you find yourself looking down, and then you have a little bit of strain on your neck. And I saw that some people are wearing like a headband of some sort in order to have more support, but still comfort is number one thing when it comes to those things. And
Well, you can go into the Apple store and actually have a proper fitting and everything, can't you? Like you can.
You can, but
Yeah.
the weight of the actual thing still remains the same. So it doesn't matter how
Yeah,
well they
true.
fit it; it's still gonna be the same weight.
Tell you
And
what.
until they make it very thin, very light, is just not gonna catch up. I think a lot of people are returning it for this reason alone. Besides the price, if it's not comfortable, how are you gonna wear it? How are you gonna do normal job? Like, it's already bad enough when you work on a laptop and you look down. Can you imagine looking down and wearing that headset as well? No one can do.
Your neck would be like that. It'd be like a muscle.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
You won't be able to move. Like,
as someone who works
Yeah.
in a computer, looking at data for about 8 hours per day, it's just I cannot imagine.
Oh, he's dead again.
Anyway,
Imagine.
He's gone.
He's stuck. Well, and guess it. And here's the
The
thing:
other
is,
Apple products.
we remember, but I mean, think about it. There at work, I have a standing desk, right? They tell you to move around. You have watches that tell you to, get up and be active if you're sitting at a desk for long. You're not supposed to sit at your desk for 5, 6, 8, 10, 15 hours at a time. You're supposed to get up, move around. They even tell you, that's why you have your watch every hour. Get up and move around. I mean, I do it at work all the time. I don't sit at my desk more than an hour straight. And I just, if anything, if I could just walk up, get up, stand around, walk out, just walk into the window, just take a lap around the office real quick, just to kind of move around a bit. I mean, I don't think they're really designed to be worn
no.
10 hours. Even if they were super light, it's not a good thing to have that on your head. The whole
So
time.
Google Glass. Do you remember that? Again, like it's a shame, obviously, because if that can. They couldn't create, carry on with that sort of product they had. 'Cause
Microsoft
that was-
HoloLens.
yeah.
We've had.
We've had-
Microsoft could have been well ahead with this stuff if they'd again. I mean, I feel like we talk about Microsoft and this kind of stuff every week, but
It
Well, I mean,
wasn't, wasn't designed for consumers.
it was designed
was it?
it was designed for an enterprise solution,
Yeah.
right? It was like the Surface Hub, right? It's really not designed for it to be used for Surface Studio and all those kind of things, right? It's really designed for an enterprise space, a commercial space. because I think Microsoft realized that people
they could have brought it to a consumer space by now. I mean, how many years ago was it when HoloLens first came out?
Well, let's see. When did I test it out? I think it was like,
around
I think it was like
Surface came?
20. Yeah, I mean, it was like 20. I actually had a chance to demo one for like half an hour.
Nice.
It was like I think it was 2017, maybe ish, 2016. So yeah, I mean, it was a full. I mean, it wasn't a like, you know, half baked product. It was totally cool. Like, it was neat to use. But the problem is, if Microsoft would have launched it at $3,000, they would have got completely destroyed, because it was like, who's going to buy this thing for $3,000? I mean, hell, they have Surface computers. Like, why would you buy a Surface when you can buy an HP for $300 or $400 less? Because it's a Surface. It's like, that's why you buy a Maserati. You could buy a Honda Civic. It does the same damn thing essentially, but no, it's a car, right? You can, it's, you know, I don't understand why everybody's getting all hacked off on the price.
Man,
I mean, $3,500. It's like, who cares?
Nick mentioning that there, when they demonstrated Minecraft on it, do you remember that?
Yeah,
I remember that. I was like, wow, that is insane. And if can you imagine if they'd actually pushed that as a consumer thing and pushed it into like with Xbox and things as well, like how Sony are doing with like PSVR and stuff. Like, I was so impressed by that demo.
It was cool.
Like I and then it just went nowhere.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's Microsoft. I mean, that's
I know.
seriously. I think Surface accidentally took off. I think they were totally ready to assume that Surface wasn't ever going to go anywhere, and they finally got it to work. And they're like, "Oh shit, did it actually work?" And people buy it. Oh, cool. That's cool. You know, I mean, a company that really is just. You would think that more things would land, but really, it's their enterprise division in Windows. That's really it. Everything else is kind of.
I've got in trouble with Lenny. Lenny goes, if you invested in content as much as you do the Phoneys show, you would be on fire.
You should tell him to get in chat. You should tell him to get in chat, is what you should be telling him.
He won't.
Yeah, Daz is back again, so Sam's not the only 49-year-old in the house. There we go.
Yeah,
it's very thoughtful of you,
the old
Daz.
guy. Yeah.
And Nick, I buy Surface for the looks. Only Microsoft and Apple make those elegant premium designs. Surface devices look great. They really
do.
Yeah, they're cool.
It's such a good design. I was going to mention as well. I saw there's a post earlier that somebody put in the group to do with somebody saying that they felt really sad for Apple because people are going to be returning all of these Vision Pros, and that people shouldn't, content creators shouldn't be returning them. They should be sticking with it. Does anybody else feel sad for Apple in this situation?
No, I'm sure
you know what? They would have accounted for that anyway.
Yeah, of course they would have. Yeah, they would have known that.
Oh, it's in every product, really, isn't it? I mean,
and this is why they only released it in the US, because they anticipated this. They didn't want to go global because they knew that this is not consumer ready yet.
No,
it's a soft launch.
It's the first gen, isn't it?
We're failing forward. That's what we're doing.
It's just I don't want it to be the HomePod. You remember the original HomePod? Super expensive, massive flop, and then it came back. How many years later with the Mini? And the Mini was a success. A lot of people bought it.
The Mini's actually good, you know.
I have two of them. I have one in the kitchen, one in the living room.
Sound surprised?
And
look, they're very small, but they really do pump out.
Want to be good.
Yes, true. Yeah,
that's definitely true.
But still, the original was
at least they sorted it, I suppose.
£400, or was it more? I cannot remember. It was very expensive.
The new one's what, 89? The Mini.
The Mini, yeah, it's 89.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's good. I only wish that you could just plug into how do you call it, a power bank, so you can bring it along. But it needs I don't remember how many watts. So yeah, with my power banks, I just cannot get it to work, because I would have loved it, you know, to bring it in the car, or I don't know, picnic at the beach, you know, whatever.
For the size of it, it's got a really good sound. I'll give them that.
Definitely.
Fair.
Anyway,
and if you've got, if you're in that ecosystem, if you're in that ecosystem, it's very good as well. Which I'm not, so.
Plenty of people in that ecosystem.
Plenty.
That's why it's hard for me to just sell one thing, because if I sell one, I need to
it's not like just sell it.
Just sell it, mate.
Just sell it all. That's fine.
On that note, he is selling an iPad. If anyone's interested.
No, it's sold.
Sold.
Oh yeah,
it's sold.
You didn't
Yeah.
see
I bought
the
it.
Telegram
I bought
chat.
it.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
it
no.
earlier before the Phoneys podcast. Yeah.
I've been busy today, so all right. Let me delete that from the other group I'm in.
Thank you for that. Sweet 550 for
Oh.
everything. Not bad at all.
Good
How
job.
much?
550.
Oh, okay, cool. You got what you wanted then. That's good.
OnePlus 12's coming.
I agree with Nick though. No sad feelings for $1 trillion company. That includes Microsoft
Yeah, or any of them.
Or Google. I mean,
or Google.
Yeah, Google as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Nah, it's
Sure.
all good.
What was that?
None.
Nothing.
No, just
I
saying,
thought
yeah.
somebody said something. Sorry.
Just nothing.
Anyway, we'll move on from
Yeah.
the random Apple talk now. Nothing Phone 2A is being announced. I think the announcement's actually coming starting March, by the looks of it.
Yeah, I think it was the 5th of March or something.
Yeah, 5th of March. 5th of March.
Yeah.
They're going for a cheaper option, and
The question is how.
there is some leaks here actually that shows the
Yeah, bring them up because I've not
specs and
seen.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen the price because personally the price is the most interesting thing for me because isn't their main one 500 something pounds?
It's $549, I think it is.
549. So how cheap is the A one gonna be like?
So they reckon about
Mm.
350, didn't they? About 350 mark.
Yeah.
Um,
So there's a little clip because they're doing like an interview thing with Carl Payways talking about the price and sort of saying, can we actually say that it's going to be cheaper sort of thing than the Phone 1? Which the Phone 1 launched at what, $399? I think it was for the base model. So we've got 6.7-inch AMOLED panel, full HD, 120 hertz refresh rate, dual 50 megapixel cameras on the back with a 32 megapixel front camera, Dimensity 7200 SoC. So going Dimensity instead of Snapdragon this time around, which I think is totally fine. They're pretty good. Battery 4920 milliamp hour and 45 watt fast charging. Pretty nice for basically a budget option. And starting at 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs storage, black and white options. And there's a higher end version with 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage for €399.
So they're trying essentially to become the new Pixel A series in a way.
It's going to be a nice option.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Nothing in really, I don't know, it's inspiring what they're doing. They're just trying to take away from Apple, the best thing that they do, or at least the base thing that they do with the base iPhone. And then now from Pixel, the A series, and then they're putting these things together. I don't know, it's interesting. It's good to have options, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, definite. I think also, obviously their premium, like the Nothing Phone 2, Nothing Phone 3 will be a lot better as well because they're going to push that to more flagship, aren't they? Because they're getting the budget phone now and they're making it. So it'd be interesting to see with what the Nothing Phone 3 does with apparently it's going to have 3 lenses and stuff. And I reckon the processor might be at Gen 2 for all we know. I don't know, but it'd be quite interesting to watch that side of things as well. I'm sure that'd be very premium.
When is the 3 going to come out approximately?
They usually do it around August time, don't they?
Around
Something
August,
like that. I mean, that was sort of August, September time.
So when did the 2 come out? Actually, was it August last year? Was it?
I mean, probably.
Can't remember.
I guess to steal momentum from Apple and in September.
But yeah, I do. I do think it'll do quite well. I do. I wonder if they'll sort of launch in some more territories as well. Obviously, it should come to the US because the Nothing Phone 2 did. So
yeah, and they need to put a good telephoto in there. That would be amazing.
Yeah,
I think for Nothing Phone, they've got to do something for the 3. If they're going to keep increasing costs because it's getting towards sort of S23 sort of price, if they sort of go up a bit further.
See, it's the software that sells it to me because I think it's really good.
It is.
And the glyph at the back, it stands out. Like it's finally something new, something that feels exciting to use for more than it's Apple or Samsung, whatever.
It's different, and from my point of view, I don't think I'd really use it personally. I like the fact that they've done something different in general, because obviously, like you said, not other phones have really got that. But looking at, like, when I look at nothing, and I think of, like I said, I think of the old OnePlus, and I think about the software experience of Auction OS when it was all like stock Android. It was like I said, like the Pixel that popped up basically on steroids. But like they've gone for that kind of that software again, the clean like stock Android sort of look, but it was so well optimized as well, and it's so smooth, and it's just a joy to use, and I think like I said, the Nothing Phone 3 will be a really good option when it does come out. Yeah, so that's my thoughts anyway.
I like camera placement.
That camera housing is fugly.
I'm
sorry.
I like it.
The placement's fine. It's too big. It's goofy looking. I liked it. It reminds me of an LG devices had that same kind of camera setup.
It's also remind me a little bit of Samsung S8 series.
Yeah, I wish it was a little less, a little bit more subdued. If it was a little.
It looks like Wally. Do you remember Wally?
I literally just had it. I was going Wally.
Good catch.
Yeah, it's. I mean, whatever.
Beat me to it.
Fine. It's
I can already see.
What's the price? Like what? $349 or $249?
$349 is the rumored price. So that's euros. That'll probably translate to being about the same in pounds. Maybe $3.99. Yeah, I think $3.99 for you guys.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, sure. I don't know. I mean, at this point, you could probably pick up a used Nothing Phone 2 on the market for right around that price.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, even the Nothing Phone 1.
Yeah.
I mean, the Nothing Phone 1's not actually that much different.
What's the processor performance and things like that compared to the what processor did the Nothing Phone 1 use again? Was it the
780? Was it
something like that? Something plus something, wasn't it?
780G plus something like that.
It was decent.
Yeah.
So it was a solid mid-range chip, but obviously it's still plenty fine for a lot of people, but it's still a few years old now. The MediaTek Dimensities though, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they are, mate. They're really good.
So I don't think people will have a problem with performance. I mean, that phone, even on a 780, I mean, that thing felt so smooth. One of the smoothest phones I've used in terms of how it felt in just fluidity.
That's what I mean. It's so optimized, mate. It just reminds me of the O1+. It really does.
It's all about optimization. If you get that right. Yeah.
They've got a good team working on their software, I must admit. And they've brought a lot of the OnePlus team basically as part of Nothing as well. So from some of the old team, it's sort of teamed up with Carl Pei. So he's obviously he knows what he wants, and obviously he's got a really good team that's working with him. But yeah, I must admit the only thing that stops me getting the Nothing Phone is the camera. That's the only thing that's got my little gripe about it. But like I look at the O1+, and the cameras are never great anyway. But like I think with like the O1+, it was a good bang for your buck, wasn't it? You had the top processor, you had a really good software experience, and the price was just amazing for what you got. And you couldn't really grumble at the camera because you're getting such a good price. But like I don't know, man. It's just like I think as I've got older, I've got a bit more. I know what I want from a phone. You know what I mean? And what from what I like you said, a telephoto, like Manos has said, is quite important to me because I take a lot of pictures with a telephoto, and it's quite a nice, like say, focal length and stuff like that. And it's just, I don't know, it's easy to like shoot kids and stuff and for distance and that as well, isn't it? And all that stuff. So
I've got really into telephotos now. I remember at one point I just wasn't bothered. I think when the 4XL came out and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go with the telephoto, not an ultra wide as the companion lens," we're like, "What?"
It's like,
what? But I was like, "No, they're right. They're actually right." And then,
100%.
And then kind of stopped doing that.
Yeah, but I remember like used to get like Gcam mods like from the O1+, and like they were brilliant. Honestly, back in the day, they were like the processing took it to another level. Like, and you're like, wow, actually, I don't really care about the camera anymore because I got a Gcam and this works just as good.
Neil is an advocate for Gcam. If there's ever a Phoneys episode without him mentioning Gcam, I'll be shocked.
If you're interested, guys, I got a Gcam mod for my Pixel. It's a bit more.
Oh,
There's one.
shut
Oh, I'm being serious.
Oh,
It gives you more options. Like, look, it's really cool.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
loads of different profiles. You can do so much of it.
Wow.
I'll send you the link in the Telegram.
That's interesting. Just going back to nothing for a second. I think a lot of the looks and everything they have is from that Teenage Engineering. Have you seen their products?
No, I haven't.
Check them out because they are beautiful products. Very aesthetically pleasing.
It's not the guys who did the rabbit thing, right? No.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the rabbit thing. Is that you're on about?
Is this the same company behind it, or?
Yeah,
Teenage Engineering.
Yeah.
Rabbit thing.
Yes, there's like a rabbit device thing or something.
Yeah, like
is it R1? Something like that.
Yes.
It's
Hold
like
on. I got it right here. It's kind of funky.
That's it.
So they had 75,000 pre-orders in the first month. That's interesting.
Yeah, they have co-designed it. Yeah.
Oh, they co-design it. Yeah, I think they are working with a lot of different companies.
It looks so fun. I'm not gonna lie. This looks fun.
See, Teenage Engineering do audio gear, and it's really nice stuff. Look up the TP7. It's beautiful.
How much is that? To buy?
Well, the R1. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was under 300. I think.
Was it?
But then it's pre-orders, so they're only able to make so many. So I don't know if you'd be able to get one just now. It looks weird. I don't know what.
I know what you mean. It does look a bit strange.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than that AI pin that you blast the screen on your hand. That's just like, that's odd.
Yeah, so back in January 19th, the fifth batch 10,000 sold out, and then pre-orders for the sixth batch available now. Expected delivery date for those was June to July of this year. So, you know, even if you wanted to order one at some point, it's going to be a while before you would actually get one. So yeah.
Okay. I don't.
So Dan.
Yeah, Sam's like, I'm not bothered to say AI stuff.
Well, I don't know what I would do with it. I mean, I don't
either. That's where I'm looking at it. I'm like, what do you do?
What am I doing with that? I mean, I guess it's cool because you'll be the only person on the earth who has one, or maybe 50,000 people apparently. I don't.
It's kind of like
I just don't know what it does.
Going back to the nothing thing again, like it's like do you remember when they pre-ordered the Nothing Phone 1 when they had a certain number you had on your device, and only a certain amount was available, and everyone was just pre-ordering loads of them, and you had to be like the top, like I don't know, like 100,000 or something ridiculous to get one. Do you remember that? No one.
No, but I remember OnePlus. It was similar with invitation.
Yeah, invitations exactly. Yeah, but it's a different way of doing it, wasn't it?
And if I get invited, then I was able to buy one. Then I could invite someone else, like a referral type of system.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's $199. It's powered by natural language operating system. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's cool. I mean, hey, you know what? I'm all about pushing a bunch of stuff in the market. And if you want to buy phones and do other things, and you know that you don't want to use a typical phone and you'd rather use that.
If it works for you, then
I mean, yeah, but I mean, if it can't make phone calls, you're still going to have to carry a phone. So if you're going to carry a phone, would you just use your phone? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, again, it's cool because I'm all about gadgets and tech, and it's kind of cool. But I have no idea what I would do with it really.
It kind of
especially if your phone could do all this stuff now, right? Yeah. Between all this other stuff,
it kind of feels like they're coming up with all these gadgets at the minute that just sort of don't really make sense.
They're very in the very first.
They're cool, but what do
I think people are trying to get the next whatever the next iPhone is, right? Whatever. I mean, you remember when iPhone came out? So they're trying to find the next transformative device and get ahead of it, right? They don't want to, and so is it glasses instead of a headset? Is it this not a phone but it's AI stuff? Because somebody's trying to hit the jackpot, so you figure it's like throw it against the wall and see if it sticks, kind of thing. And for for $199, what the hell? Why not? Right?
Oh yeah, you can give it a try. But
then if it doesn't do everything that you like you say, if it doesn't do all the phone stuff, that you still need a phone anyway. So why have multiple devices when you can have it all on that one phone? Like it there's still nothing coming that sort of replaces a phone, really, is there?
Right.
You know,
At this
it's
point, like I said, and I don't see people
not even
wanting to go
close.
back to simpler times of device usage. They want more capability, not less.
Yeah.
So I really don't. I mean, if you were looking to simplify things, maybe, but again,
it's gonna take time, because even with the glasses, I tried the Meta glasses at the store because I was, thinking of grabbing them myself. But first of all, my girl doesn't like them on me, so I cannot get them just because of that reason alone. But even if I were to get them by myself and just say, I don't care what you're saying, I'll just grab them. I didn't like the fact that the sides are so wide and thick, because it's just not my style, what I like in glasses. So I feel the moment they're gonna be able to shrink this down more and being super light and all that, I don't know. I think I agree with Joe. That's gonna be the next thing, one day. Now, how many years gonna take? Yeah.
Well, because you think about it, because like I know what's the percentage of the world's population wears corrective lenses, right? Whereas glasses, a lot of people. I mean, I do. So again, it's not adding to something I don't already have. It's something I have to use every day. So I'm just augmenting what I'm already using, right? And I think that's why it's going to land better, just because, like the Rabbit, I don't need that. I need to wear glasses. So if I can integrate those into what I already have, and I'm okay with thicker frames. These aren't exactly the thinnest. I mean, but again, like I said, I think to your point, I think wearables is a lot more of the thing, because like I said, the problem is going to be in situations where I couldn't wear them where I work. I wouldn't be allowed to.
No.
Because of.
So then what do you do then? Because you need to be able to see with
get them. Right. You don't get them. That's what you do. Right. Or I get them and I don't use them at work. Right. I have a second set of frames that I have to switch out. And that's just kind of way. And some people don't have that consideration. Unfortunately, I do. And so for me, it would just be
most people will do at some stage as well. So everybody will do at some stage.
That'd be cool. I like to see that. That's where I'm more interested in see where that goes, is the wearable Ray-Bans and that kind of glasses and stuff. Yeah, or even at some point, I don't know how you're going to do it, but contact lenses, right, with some kind of photovoltaic overlays or whatever. Now, how are you going to do it?
7 years from now, I'm sure we will have something like that.
Yeah, like the contact.
That's some crazy future tech. That is some crazy future tech. I think we're probably just about ready to wrap up. We're almost at the hour mark. We're not going to overrun like we have done for the past couple of episodes, but just one little bit of news that's come out in the last hour. If you are gaming fans and happen to be into Nintendo handhelds.
Oh, has it been announced? What? No, I missed it.
Nintendo Switch 2 will reportedly arrive in the first quarter of 2025.
No, why so late?
It's not that far away. It's a
I
year.
was hoping for Christmas, holiday season 24. Oh man. Oh well. I have a backlog on my OLED anyway, so it's fine. I'll survive.
Right. Well, let's hope, because if that was going to kill you, your ass is going to be checked out. Because if that was going to get you, you're screwed.
Just wait for the rest of 2024, mate.
It's the Switch 2 launch is going to. He's gone. Yeah.
Well, it's more exciting. Believe it or not, somebody, it's more exciting to me than a new phone. To be fair,
right? No, I got a Switch. I'm all about it. But I'm like, if it comes out at the end of 20 or beginning of 25, I'm like,
no, okay.
Your Switch will still work. You can still play on that until it comes, right?
Yeah,
right. You should be able to.
Yeah. See. Yeah. No need to panic, Manos. It's fine.
No panic whatsoever.
It's like Jonah's broken duo. Quit being such a pussy. Just put her skin on him.
They missed though.
What a vagina. What a girl. What a crybaby.
You know what? I've loved the end of the streams now. End of these shows have just resulted in Sam just calling people pussies, and it's just great. It's just we just have that at the end of every episode.
I love how he said like 14 times, like, I don't know how it happened. I'm like, well, clearly we don't know. It's not like it dropped it. It's cool, man. It's okay.
But if you stare at it long enough, Joe, you'll work it out.
Yeah. I'm hoping so.
You just got to rub it and say nice,
I can tell you're good,
reassuring
though.
things to it. But dude, I swear to God, Joe, I got almost the exact same crack on the back of this. It's almost like it's from the frame all the way across. Yeah. It's the same exact.
It's near the USB port.
I think you should complain to Microsoft.
Yeah, they're gonna say, "What are we doing again? We never heard of
What's that?
Duo. We
didn't
make those. We didn't make those.
Don't remember
I'm sure they don't even have anything left in a storage unit or anything. They're just all gone.
No, they're actually, they took them out to Arizona like the ET cartridges from Atari. They buried them in the damn desert, all 3 million. They just stuck them in a landfill and just bulldozed them all.
We're
Like
not,
the
we're
good
not called
old
a bunch of
days.
phonies, guys. We're called a bunch of pussies, Sam said.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, just
yeah.
Joe. That's just Joe. 'cause
Just
he's over
Joe.
here. Well,
Just
now
Joe
and
and
Manos is
Manos.
complaining about the
Yeah.
Switch. Nah, you know what? First world problems. That's fine.
You still ain't got a
Indeed,
Switch, Daz.
indeed.
You're all right, mate. Don't worry. It's
But it's
I
cool,
had a
it's coming
Switch,
out.
but I sold it because I just wasn't using it. So
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. It'll be kind of neat to see. I hopefully it'll be, they'll have it'll be nice. I mean, a bit better battery because the first Switch, man, if you got pretty good into gaming it, you'll toast that thing without being plugged in.
well, it's like the
Oh,
Steam
yeah,
Decks
for
and
sure.
It
things,
doesn't
like
take
you-
long to smoke that thing. It doesn't have a really good runtime's a little weak on it.
Yeah, well, that Tegra is a little bit aged. Let's say.
Yep.
Hopefully, they'll have something a little bit more up to date that will be much more powerful. But maybe they'll just go for a similar battery life because I suppose most people don't really care that much. If you've got like
It's fine
Steam
as
Decks
long
and
as it
things
can
coming
give
along
us.
that die in no time anyway, it's
All I want is 2K and 60 FPS. Nothing.
you
else.
ain't getting
I'll be
2K. You ain't getting 2K. You'll get 1080p. Is what you'll get and 60 FPS. That's what you'll get.
That's right, because it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
They don't do it. Nintendo don't do it like that. They do cheap stuff.
Nintendo is basically the Apple of console, so it's fine. Very minimum.
We're giving you
I did
480p.
them all
Quit being a crybaby about it. I mean, you're getting 480p. Come on now. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, thanks, Nintendo. Okay.
28
guys.
frames per second.
Right. I mean, what do you guys want? You want everything? You want it to solve the world's problems? Come on now. Just
Honestly.
play your
It'd be
Switch.
OLED, wouldn't it?
That'd be cool.
It's rumored LCD.
Oh, really?
What? No.
Yeah.
Hell,
Yeah.
mate.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm being serious. Yeah, it is.
Shocking.
Because I have the OLED at the moment. So
Mate, you've
Get out of
ruined
here.
his life now. You've ruined him.
So
I feel like Dan's just got a fishing rod right now, and he's like reeling you in.
Yeah, but I'm being serious though. I did say that there was a rumor saying it was LCD.
Stop laughing at me.
720p, mate. 720p.
Manos is going around the street. No.
Holding the Switch up in the air. No.
Why do you do this to me, Nintendo? Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man. Yeah, LCD. So that way, in a year later, they can give the OLED and make you buy the damn thing again.
You can record that.
Of course.
Make sure you
That's what it
record
is.
it if you do that. Just don't use your iPhone because it'll probably just not work like it did at the start of this.
Nintendo Switch XR.
Right. Different
720p.
colors, you loser. Buy
Oh
it.
fuck!
Yeah, LCD. You're right. Yeah.
I told you, I wasn't making it up. I
That is
wasn't making it
shocking. That
up.
is shocking.
Hey, I like a good LCD.
It better be good though.
It'll be
Like
decent
the
enough,
Lumia
won't it?
1520 days. That LCD was beautiful.
It'll be.
Right.
It'll be.
I've
I've
It'll
got
be.
my Lumia
if-
mentioning. I've got my Lumia mentioning. We can finish now. That's fine. Right, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and for you guys for joining as well as always. It's been much fun. And oh my god, what is
What the
that?
hell's that?
What was
How did
that?
you even do
I
that?
don't know.
What was that? I don't even know. But thank you very much.
happened?
We're going now.
Bye.
Like the stream and subscribe. Bye.
Or yeah, just okay.
Things. Yeah. Like that.
Ciao. Ciao.
Check out the Nomad Tech Project Sunday.
Yeah, do that. Do
Be
that.
there.
There you go.
Yeah.